All right, I get it. It's 2025, and we're still talking about 9mm. You've seen the reviews, the Reddit threads, the arguments at the range that sound like two old Marines fighting over the last cup of coffee. 9mm doesn't stop threats. 45 is real man's ammo. 380 is for pocket pistols and purse guns. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you've written off 9mm as just the safe, boring choice, you're about to miss the entire point. This isn't 2005 anymore. 9mm today is backed by next-gen hollow points, precision-loaded ammo, and compact carry guns that feel like they came out of a sci-fi designer's dream. We're talking about smart performance in small packages, not some watered-down compromise. So no, this video isn't about defending 9mm, it's about showing you why. In 2025, it's still the right answer, and how it's gotten even better, while the loudest haters are stuck in the past. Let's get into it. A few months ago, I was at the range when a guy in his early 30s pulled up next to me with a 1911 in 45 ACP, beautiful, polished, and heavier than my first apartment's rent. He glances over at my Glock 43X and gives me that look. You know the one. The look that says, "Cute gun. Bro, where's the rest of it?" I just smiled, loaded up, and ran through my drills. Draw, fire, reset, repeat. Tight groups, smooth transitions. Meanwhile, he's 3 rounds in and already adjusting his grip like he's wrestling a small raccoon. That moment right there? That's the entire reason we're still talking about 9mm in 2025. Because while some calibers bring nostalgia, recoil, and the illusion of brute force, 9mm brings pure modern efficiency. It's not just still good enough, it's gotten better. We're not talking about the weak FMJs of the 1980s. Today's 9mm hollow points expand with surgical precision. They penetrate FBI standard gel with just the right balance, deep enough to stop the threat, not so deep that they keep going like a pissed-off bad idea. This isn't a compromise, it's evolution. And don't think compact equals underpowered. These micro-compacts, like the P365 XMacro or Shadow Systems CR920, aren't your average pea shooters. They're light, flat, but shoot with the confidence of a full-sized duty gun. That's what 2025 brings to the table. People keep calling 9mm boring. But that's like calling a scalpel boring because it doesn't look like a battle axe. I'll take surgical precision over brute swing and pray any day. If that makes me boring, then hand me my 15-round mag and let boring save my damn life. Let's cut the nonsense. Choosing the best caliber for concealed carry isn't about what makes you feel like a Navy SEAL on Instagram. It's about what keeps you alive when things go sideways. And for that, we've got to talk about real-world criteria. Not the kind you quote from a brochure. I mean the stuff that matters when your hands are sweating, your shirt's sticking to your back, and that lump on your hip is suddenly the only thing between you and chaos. First, recoil. I've watched grown men try to flex their way through 40 S&W only to flinch like they're being slapped by a ghost. 9mm lets you stay on target, shoot faster, and stay in the fight longer. That matters more than any magazine article ever will. Next up, capacity. Look, I don't care how good your aim is. When adrenaline's pumping and your fine motor skills go on vacation, having more rounds gives you more chances to get it right. That's just math and muscle memory. 6 shots might be romantic in cowboy movies, but this isn't Dodge City, and you're not Wyatt Earp. Here's where concealment comes in. If it prints like a dictionary in your waistband, you're not carrying discreetly. A good caliber is one that fits in a slim, comfortable platform that disappears under a t-shirt, not one that makes you dress like you're smuggling bricks. Then there's ammo availability and cost. You can't train with what you can't afford, and you sure as hell won't be confident with a gun you barely shoot. And last but not least, reliability. A caliber is only as good as the guns built around it. If it jams, stutters, or plays dead when it counts, it's not just unreliable, it's useless. These are the things that actually matter, not caliber wars, not internet ego contests. Real carry decisions are made with logic, not legend. Let me tell you, if you think 9mm is just surviving on reputation, you haven't looked at what's sitting inside the boxes of defensive ammo in 2025. This ain't the same ball ammo your uncle bulk bought in 1997. What we're shooting today is engineered, optimized, and borderline scientific. Modern 9mm loads aren't just fast and accurate, they're smart. Take Federal HST's 2025 revision. That round was built to expand consistently, even through barriers like denim, autoglass, and drywall, without over-penetrating like some over-caffeinated full-metal jacket. Speer Gold Dot 2.0, bonded core, flawless expansion, and designed specifically for short-barreled pistols. You could fire it from a micro-compact like a P365 and still get textbook FBI standard gel performance. And then there's Underwood. Those guys are making plus P loads that feel like you're shooting lightning, but with controllable recoil thanks to updated powder blends that reduce flash and burn cleaner than most people's Instagram filters. Here's what matters. This ammo is built for carry. It's not range-safe plinking stuff. It's made to cycle reliably in smaller guns with lighter slides and shorter recoil springs. That wasn't always true. Even 5 years ago, some hollow points choked in subcompacts. But in 2025, everything's been tuned to work with your gun, not against it. And if you haven't fired any of this new stuff yet, be warned. It'll make your older defensive loads feel like flintlocks. I've watched a gold dot peel open in ballistic gel like it was blooming. You don't forget that kind of performance. You trust it. This is the year where 9mm ammo stopped being good enough and started becoming the standard others are still trying to catch. Here's the part most caliber debates skip. And honestly, it's the only part that matters when lead starts flying. People don't shoot on paper when it's real. You don't get a do-over. You don't stand still. You don't breathe perfectly. You survive or you screw up, and your gear either helps you or gets in your way. When adrenaline floods your system, your hands don't feel like your hands. Fine motor skills? Gone. Tunnel vision? Oh yeah. Your brain is busy trying not to die. And unless you've trained to shoot under stress, you're going to default to instinct. That's why the idea of carrying a hand cannon for stopping power falls apart the second someone actually has to pull the trigger. I've watched guys with big bore dreams lose confidence halfway through their first box of 45. Not because they're weak, but because the recoil is unforgiving. The follow-up shots are slow, and the whole experience feels like you're being punished for trying to protect yourself. With 9mm, shooters stay in control, they train more, shoot longer, and learn faster. Why? Because it doesn't wear you down. And let's be real, accuracy under pressure is everything. That low recoil and fast recovery time aren't just for competition shooters. They're for the average guy carrying appendix under a hoodie on a bad day. You can't shoot what you flinch away from, and flinching doesn't stop threats. In the real world, when things go wrong, your body panics, your brain reverts, and if your gun isn't a natural extension of your hand, you're already behind. That's why 9mm works, not just because of the numbers, but because it fits how humans actually shoot when it matters. You know what really sells 9mm in 2025? It's not just ballistics or gel charts, it's the guns. These modern compacts don't just chamber 9mm, they elevate it. They're the reason 9mm hits like a heavyweight while carrying like a featherweight. And honestly, some of them are so well built it's like stuffing a race car engine into a lunchbox. Take the Sig P365 XMacro. 15 rounds in a chassis that hides better than some old 6-shot snubbies? That's not just clever engineering, that's borderline sorcery. It's optic ready, has a built-in compensator, and still fits in an AIWB holster without printing like a brick. I've carried one, shot it hard, and it eats everything I feed it. This thing isn't just carry-friendly, it's carry-smart. Then there's the Glock 43X MOS. Glock lovers know this is the favorite child, the one with all the inheritance. It's slim, it's modular, it takes shield mags if you want more capacity, and it shoots straighter than half the full-size guns I've owned. You slap a Holosun on top, and suddenly this baby Glock becomes your everyday scalpel. Now, for the shooters who like a bit of flair with their function, the Shadow Systems CR9 20 Elite delivers big time. It's like a Gucci Glock that's been through special forces training, smooth trigger, aggressive slide serrations, tight tolerances. Everything about it screams, run me hard and don't baby me. And don't sleep on the Springfield Hellcat Pro. It gives you more grip to hold on to without feeling like you're wielding a brick. Add a light, add an optic, and you've got a concealed carry setup that's faster than your reaction time. Bottom line, in 2025, the best concealed carry guns aren't making 9mm look good. They're showing the world just how far it can go. These aren't compromises. They're purpose-built machines, and 9mm is what makes them run like hell. Anyone can say 9mm is the best, but if we're not backing it with hard numbers and test results, we're just talking loud in a room full of louder people. So let's get real. In 2025, we're not guessing. We have data, and that data points in one direction. FBI ballistic testing, using their updated protocols, shows that modern 9mm defensive loads like Federal HST, Speer Gold Dot 2.0, and Winchester Ranger consistently achieve 13 to 16 inches of penetration in calibrated gel through heavy clothing. That's the FBI's gold standard, minimum 12 inches, maximum 18. These rounds expand to between 0.60 and 0.72 inches, clean, consistent, controlled. That's reliable terminal performance. Now compare that to 380 ACP. In Lucky Gunner's updated 2025 test series, more than 30% of popular 380 loads failed to penetrate beyond 11 inches. That's a problem. Meanwhile, 45 ACP did the job, but from a compact carry gun, its recoil increased split times by up to 40% in controlled drills. In real-world scenarios, where follow-up shots matter, that's a serious disadvantage. Law enforcement agencies agree. As of 2025, over 65% of U.S. departments have transitioned from 40 S&W back to 9mm. Why? Faster shooting, better accuracy, higher capacity, lower wear on guns, and modern ammo that closes the gap in stopping power. It's not just theory, it's proven. 9mm outperforms in testing, training, and tactical use. That's not hype. That's why it wins. And that's why you should carry it. So that's the truth. No fluff, no forum nonsense. In 2025, 9mm isn't just holding the throne, it's earning it round after round. If you're carrying something else, hey, your choice. But if you want performance, control, and peace of mind in one magful package, you already know. Now I want to hear from you. What's in your holster this year? And why? Drop it in the comments. Still rocking a 40 just to feel different? I respect that. Sort of. Hit subscribe if you want more real-world breakdowns like this, and I'll see you next time, loaded and ready.